revolution. How do you do that without the great transformational plan? The act, according to Alan, the holy plan Ghana needs. You can do that. You see, yes, you need to show evidence. You will never see a teacher walk without a pen.
That's right.
What he has here. And those days when I was an usher in church. When you see, when you're taking the offering, you get to where the bankers are. It's fresh notes for offering. Two months ago, you want a bank.
See.
What he has here.
I'm with
That's
you.
a machine, no? One no, get it. So you want to reduce this. Broadcast journalist.
Let's get into the meat of the matter. The issue of Galamsey. The issue of Galamsey. I know the movement for change, or the Alliance for Change, has its eyes and ears firmly on the ground, keenly listening to what the Ghanaian people have to say or are saying about Galamsey. As a Ghanaian, I know this is something that is shaking you to your core. If you read that UTAC press release, I mean, the stats are astronomical. The amount of time experts are telling us it will take us to restore our water bodies. Everybody should be up in arms. What say you?
Shitty. Last week, I had the opportunity to travel through the Ashanti regions, the Eastern Ashanti regions, Bono and the Ahafos, and the 5 northern regions. There were some of the trips that I had to do by air, land, and go by road, and on motorbikes and all that. We do not need statistics to know that Ghana is being destroyed. Trust me.
You saw it with your own 2 eyes.
We do not need statistics. There were some of the areas I got to. I'm trying to look for a color here. See this yellow thing there?
Yes. If you're watching us on Facebook, just look behind me. This yellow color you see. Color. Yeah.
There were some of the water bodies that looked yellow and coffee, and not to promote any brand. Who said Otto Lipton? And now the milk.
Tea.
See the color.
That color.
I'm trying to get some of the pictures I took for you. There were some that I took whilst up there. There were some I took on the ground. I just want to show you a few, and then you would see. Some you might think is land, but it's actually water.
Water. Okay, so, am I looking at a water source or am I looking at land?
Yeah, so now is that.
Debbie. And you're possible.
Well, I mean, you watching I can, if it is a road trip, I can finance it. Just travel. Don't go far. Where you're going to Kumasi. All right? Or enjoy the Ashanti region, Konongo area. Only was on a friend of Prado.
River Pra.
When we were kids, we used to go on excursions. Now you cannot identify Pra. In Subio, Bono Mantem, your friend in Sutano. When sometimes we are talking, we say, in Sua Eyiri Pebre. It means when we're in the dry season, it can overflow. That is how much we have destroyed our water bodies. The white Volta at some point is no longer white. It is gradually changing. Now there are some of these Galamsey areas that you go to that livestock are reproducing a different breed. There was a video I saw. I've requested on our platforms for them to send it to me. Akokwa Owo a 9-4 is a 5. I don't know if you saw it.
That's a deformed chicken.
Deformed fowl, yes. There was one that became very popular. Is it a goat or a sheep that had 2 heads? It became very popular some time back. See, the land and the water is being destroyed to the extent that it is poisoning our food.
That's right.
It is poisoning our system. Now, women get pregnant and they give birth to deformed babies in those areas.
That is the reality.
Women get pregnant and they give birth to children with holes in the heart, malformed organs. And we think this is funny. What is happening in Kolebu and other big hospitals with children having kidney and liver problems? You think it is a joke? You think it is spiritual? The land now contains so much of metallic substances. Our water is contaminated with metallic substances, those chemicals they use in this Galamsey. And nobody seems to be worried. The 2 political parties are not worried about it, because these Galamseyers are those that finance their political activities.
You say the political will is missing because of that connection.
So that political will to deal with the matter proper, it's gone, it's dead.
Does Alan Kyeremanten have that political will to do so?
It boils down to leadership. A leader who has a high level of integrity, a leader who will be accountable to his people, a leader who is not corrupt. It will take such a leader to be able to deal with the issue of Galamsey. And that is what I see in Alan Kyeremanten. And even beyond that, a leader who has been able to categorically state the way, the how, practically, to deal with the matter of Galamsey. See, if you do not tackle it from the root source or the root cause, you are not able to eliminate it. What does Alan say about Galamsey? He says that, 1, he would eliminate Galamsey within a period of 2 years. This is how. Aggressively enforce existing legislation and regulations against mining in water bodies and forest reserves in order to avoid the pollution of water bodies and degradation of our forest reserves.
You say aggressively tackle.
Aggressively. Now, all of these words are pregnant with meanings. You and I would agree that the regulations are there, the legislations are there, but who has this well in the morning, for lack of a better word, the balls to be able to enforce? I mean, it is not that Sakawa kind of enforcement where we would send soldiers and police to these areas and they'll go and walk there and
we've had Operation Halt 1, we had Halt 2, we had Vanguard, we had
slogans.
We had those ones.
We've had a situation where a parliamentary candidate in the Western region, Memphis Central, addressing the Galamseyers,
saying to match the military boot for boot.
Match the military boot for boot. The head of security was there.
That's right.
The military was there. The police was there. The chairman of the Regional Security Council was seated right behind him. This gentleman was not handcuffed. And you think that the police and the military would have the nerves to deal with these people? No. One of the other major causes is the lack of jobs for the youth to do. And if they have nothing doing, they said that the devil finds work for the idle hands.
That's right.
So Alan is saying one thing. He says that there is the need to create jobs for these people. If we are able to bring these youth together, what is their passion? What do they want to do? If indeed it is the mining they want to do, how are we able to help them do proper mining? One, develop and implement a new business model for dealing substantively with illegal mining by facilitating the establishment of small-scale mining companies to be owned by groups of young people currently engaged in the Galamsey. By providing them and granting them the licenses, the right licenses, giving them the right working equipment and tools and equipment, the right technology, and guarding them to ensure that they practice and work in line with the provisions that will not destroy our land and our water bodies. I mean, if that is what they want to do, because of course, I mean, mining has been with us since Adam.
That's right. And some communities, that's what they know how to do best.
So if that is what they know how to do, let us help them do it better and do it properly. Do it appropriately. Let us provide them with the right equipment. Let us provide them with the right training they need. Let us provide them with the right guidelines so that they do not destroy their own future. There are some that might not be interested in mining. Are we able to put them together and provide them with decent jobs, entrepreneurial skills, for them to also find happiness and wealth in what they love to do?
And you say this is tackling the issue at its root.
Tackling the issue at its root. Of course, if you go and drive them out of the sites and they come home, you will not be there forever. You would want to say that you've driven them out, but at night they would go back. And these people are risk takers. The death in which they would enter, your trained soldier would not be able to get in there. And they do not mind to die.
Because for them, what is the alternative?
What is the alternative?
What do they have to lose?
Nothing. And so if we come to stand on political platforms and just make the noise, we are saddened. Nobody is, we are all against Galamsey. It is not.
UTAG has gone beyond lamentations. UTAG says by the end of the month, they are going to go on
and this is my
a demonstration.
Call.
You support the UTAG?
I am happy UTAG has come out. In fact, yesterday at the Ghana Bar Association program, one of the issues I was expecting the Ghana Bar Association president, Yaw Sarpong, to state was the issue of Galamsey.
That came up.
See, it was not as strong as the Free SHS. I am expecting all other labor unions and professional bodies to join the call by the UTAG by close of the week.
In fact, UTAG says by close of the month, they're giving government some breathing space.
I am appealing to all other labor unions
to join by the end of this week.
And professional bodies. And the angry Ghanaian youth to join the call by the close of the week.
Alan Kyeremanten wants us to hit the streets.
Why won't we hit the street? Why would we not hit the street? The Youth Caucus, the Yellow Army of the movement, issued a statement last week. Why would we not hit the street when our future is being destroyed? Why would we not hit the street when our lands and our water bodies are being destroyed? Ghana Water Company Limited says that now to actually clean water for Ghanaians to drink and to use for other purposes, the cost of it is increased beyond 1,000%.
That's right.
Why are we allowing ourselves to be destroyed? It will get to a point that the one we call purified water, the bottled water we drink, would also be unclean. Because the companies will not have that much money to purify it for us to drink.
You say a time will come, there'll be nowhere to hide.
Where would there be to hide? Now, the omuye de so biya de no bejim. The omuye.
Well, time check it is.
You too for no end, yeah. Me I suffer me too for munyayo ade munyayo. Obi ade no bejem. Because they cannot see themselves spending too much of money to clean water and losing profit, because there are companies that are there to make profit.
And in fact, I think even the chemicals that we use to purify, after
Also
a certain level, that also becomes harmful to us.
To the human body.
Yes. So it's like you go left, hey, you go right, hey.
So just as all the labor unions and the professional bodies came together to fight the sale of our hotels, we call on them that we should come together as Ghanaians. Let us think about Ghana. This is the only place we have. We can, when you travel, how many days you do? You come back home.
You have to come back home.
We have no place to go. Yeni baby ako.
Nanayao, thank you so much for your time this morning and also letting us know what the GTP has in store for Ghanaians. Time check, it is some 4 minutes past the hour of 9. We get into some more issues. Again, many thanks to Nana Yaw Sarpong, Aide to Alan Kyeremanten. Thank you for your time this morning again, Nana.
Thank you, my dear.